Justin Trudeau lied to Canadians, lied to British Columbians. In the last election, he promised British Columbians that he would not approve the Kinder Morgan pipeline expansion under Harper's process. Yet after the election, that's exactly what he's done. And we're gathered here to say, first off, no consent, no pipeline. And as well, that these two things are intrinsically related, and that is that we need to protect our environment. And our environment needs this for our government, for our leadership to take place, and it is not happening. And so the people are gathered here today to send a very clear message that we will not allow for this pipeline to take place.
Thank you. And what are you worried about most with the expansion of the pipeline?
Well, on many levels. First off, it is a lie, it's a betrayal. I think that is an affront to our democratic system. People elected a government, elected the Prime Minister because of his word, of what he promised, and yet he's reneged on that. And I think that is a fundamental betrayal of our democratic system. Second, our environment, we're all connected, as the Indigenous leaders have taught us over and over again, that we're all united, that we're all connected. We're connected to Mother Earth. We're dependent on Mother Earth. And if we don't speak up for the creatures that do not speak for themselves, who will? And so this is very, very fundamental to all of us, and that is that we need to stand united to protect our environment. A political leader, our national leader, our Prime Minister do not get to say that he is for climate action and yet approves a pipeline that will be detrimental to our environment. There is no science, as it stands right now, that when there is a spill, not if there is a spill, when there is a spill, that could clean up the bitumen. What will that mean for our environment? What would that mean for our sea life, for the creatures that live in our water? What would that mean for the clean water that we rely on and drink? What would that mean for all of us, for generations to come, for decades into the future? And yet the Prime Minister says this is somehow in our national interest. I think not. And now we have a Prime Minister who's consistently said that he will stand shoulder to shoulder, that he will respect a new relationship with the Indigenous community, that he supports the UN Declaration. But here we have a situation where the First Nations community, the Indigenous community, have said very clearly, the vast majority of them has said no consent, no pipeline. And yet the government is going to ramrod this through. And it is absolutely disrespectful. And frankly, he missed the point of learning about the colonial history that formed this country.
And what would you like to see in the next 20 years as opposed to a pipeline? In terms of energy for Canada?
Alternative energy. Alternative energy, it is there. And you know what? We need to actually get engaged with alternative energy. There are different ways of going forward. We do not have to destroy our environment. We need to ensure that there's a sustainable community, sustainable future for all of us. And I'm a mother. We all have children. And we have future generations. And we need to do this, not just for ourselves, but for generations to come. Sustainable environment, sustainable future, sustainable energy.